Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Cuckoo. The V stands for very. Cuckoo, like a clock. Am I right, bro? We're kicking off with a 3-lander. We've got a removal and a needle to keep us alive if we need them, and 2 surveil lands might help us find our key cards. Keep your pants on. Our surveil land shows us a banner on top. It's not quite what we're hoping for, but we'll take it. In the early game to mid-game, having enough mana is very important. A highway robbery? Isn't mono-red the ones who use this card? Our surveil land lets us know we've got an island on top. As much as I'd like to slide it into the grave, we might need it. That's a very unexpected play, a flood caller. But is he on his phone? Being in Dimir colors, maybe they were expecting removals, but we have to get rid of their otter anyways. It is kind of odd that they'd risk such a powerful card so early in the game. They double up on their highway robbery, but they have nothing on board. We'll play out our banner. With it, we'll name Construct to pump any Robot Overlords we eventually will get. Well, I'll be in Monkey's uncle. That's a Storm Splitter. They're playing a version of our deck, Triton. We know how that deck works, so by default we know what they'll be trying to do. We could play out the Needle, but it will only tap the Storm Splitter, and that only stops 1 point of damage. We'll be taking the hits this time. So that'll be 4 damages then? Or is there more coming? We'll play out the altar. Next time around, we can land the apple and take their Storm Splitter. We will get their goat. They play out a flood caller at sorcery speed. Not sure what's up with that, but alright, bro. Don't wet the bed. We'll respond with our needle. Sure, it'll tap down the Storm Splitter, but that might not last long, since the Flood Caller does untap otters. They fire off a Convoke card to draw. Nifty, but that was a rather expensive card to play out. We'll take another hit. We draw into a Weaving. That's such a great draw. We'll fire it off right away. We'll copy, and draw. The Tithing Blade will be what we copy. Twice. To shred both of their otters. They reload their hand. They're definitely packing card draw. And they eventually land another Flood Caller. He might be busy on his phone, but we already have a way to deal with him. Do you like apples, bro? How do you like this apple? We'll slap them with their own otter. Then after the hit, we'll sacrifice it. We'll get a 3/3 token that stays on the shark side, and they've lost yet another piece of their puzzle. Is their deck all card draw? That's not gonna work at all. I mean, I understand they're trying to find their men, but they should have been packing protection spells. Go watch our video, bro. It's time to drop the helm. We can use it to make copies of our 3/3. Then we'll play out the banner. We could name Golem since we do have a token in play and we'll be trying to make more, but Frodo told us not to. They are playing the Mentor. I'm rather surprised. Good job, bro, but your otter has a plane to catch. He's on his way to Belize. Removal, when we want it, at instant speed from an artifact. What exactly are they going to do about that? It's pretty much GG's. A duplicator just seals it. This will give us card draw and we can turn it into a token, and it sacrifices itself. Then we can make copies of it with the helm and we can start making multiple token copies of any artifact we sacrifice. The only way they can win is to drop an army of otters, like 3 or 4, and do that every turn. They should make the section where our artifacts are located a little bit bigger, or at least make it so it expands when you have this many permanents. It's too hard to see. If it increased in size even temporarily when you move your mouse over that would help a lot. Step 1 is to draw with the duplicator. We'll pay the 2 mana to get a token copy of it. I had lost track of how many of their men we had knocked off. Let's just browse their grave and check out the dead otters. We can definitely add more to that pile. They play out another storm splitter. It's just a matter of time before that one finds its way to the airport. Let's print up some tickets to Belize. They have an instant to make a token copy of their storm splitter, but it's unlikely they can keep responding to our Tithing Blade the remainder of the game. They go for a hit on our token. But we do have a sacrifice artifact here somewhere. We sacrifice our token, and the duplicator will make another copy of it. It's like having undying men. I think we have enough mana to sacrifice the apple and pay another 2 to get a token copy. While we're looking around, they explode. That's fine, the game has been over. GG's, bro. This is Hans down in pants. Oh, bro, that's a mistake. we kick this game off with a power hand. This three-lander has everything we really want to see. A synthesizer, a journal, and the duplicator, plus the mana we need to play them out. As we like to say around here, keep your pants on. We draw another duplicator, which is just gravy. Then we get a season on top as well. This loaded hand got more loaded. Let's hope the opponent likes to lose. Ha! They play out a beanstalk. Are they on domain? It's not a smell I'm used to. I really don't run into domain all that much. Yes, sir. They are domain. The herd migration gives them away every time. It's time. Synthesize me, bro. Let's check out what we have coming up. We got an island and a blade. The problem is that domain will fire off a herd migration, and the blade won't be all that great. But at the same time, they could possibly have a Traxa, and in that case, the blade would be amazing. It was so hard to not put it down with the island, but in the end, we'll keep it. They play out a binding, which we were hoping they wouldn't have until we had at least a couple of Robot Overlords. Well, all right, we'll have to work for this one. Are they serious? They play out a second beanstalk. That's double draws every time they fire off something that's 5 mana or more. I wonder if they would be so greedy to play out a third one, or a fourth. Let's play out our second duplicator, and we can sacrifice one for draw. And we have the mana to pay to get it back as a token. We draw into a swamp, so we'll have the mana for the season, but we don't have much that we want to copy. A Heaped Harvest is a new addition to their deck. The life gain is a great help against aggressive decks. It kind of feels like this game is slipping away. They're tapped out. Let's get in there with our shark land and take a bite out of their life and their deck. That's a lot of stuff they didn't need anyways. They didn't like having to take a hit, so they fire off a cow migration. They are one short of a full herd, or a full deck. Remember when a bunch of 3/3s used to be scary? Me either. We draw a helm, which is absolutely perfect. Now we can copy up anything that is a token. And with a pair of duplicators in play, we can basically turn any of our artifacts into tokens. This just got interesting. We're back in the game. Let's hit them with the blade, then we'll sacrifice it, and we'll pay the 2 mana twice. Isn't it embarrassing when you pay 7 mana for a 3/3? They should just concede now. They drop a Traxa as well as their pants. I'm a look away from that, bro. Also, thanks for the Atraxa. We'll treat her right. I hope Atraxa likes apples. She's going to eat this one like a pie. Another leyline binding. I guess they don't like our journal. They should be aiming that at our duplicator token, but they don't know our deck, so they likely will be messing it up. They snag one of the blades. Oopsie poopsie, bro. That was the wrong thing. Thanks for lacking in the brains department. They tossed a beanstalk. It's time to hit them with our secret weapon, the apple. Then we'll hit them with our other secret weapon, Atraxa. If we're lucky, maybe they'll play another one. They throw down a little Jace. I'm not sure why they didn't go for the full mana version.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia's will. I will iterate. I will shatter your mind.
Oh, that's why. They drop another Atraxa. They like getting hit with their own stuff, apparently. I mean, that's all we got left is their men since they took out our Synthesizer. Bro's gonna have nightmares about apples. Welcome to the big show, and thanks for the Atraxa. Keep playing them, bro. We've got them down to 9 life using mostly their own men, and they were at 26 life at one point. How you like those apples? A chicken. They are playing the chicken too. That's cool, bro. Tell me more. With the chicken abilities on the stack, we'll fire off our needle. Not to be outdone, they decide now is the perfect time for another botch. I mean, another ley line binding. Bind away, bro. They aim this one at our journal. It's too late for that, but, you know, nice try. We're going to lock down that token. We're just out to save ourselves a hit this turn. They play out a lockdown, and now their botch job is complete. That would have snagged the journal they just took with a binding. That's only going to snag the needle and the blade token. I'll admit, I wish we could have kept the needle to duplicate over and over, but them using cards to barely make a dent in our board is completely okay with me. We drew our third apple, LOL. Let's get our journal down and we can play out the apple. Bro probably stained his shorts in fear when he saw the apple. Go change, bro. Take a shower? While we take your angel, they snipe their own angel. They don't even want to take a 3-point hit. That's fear, my friends. It's starting to smell like fried chicken around here. Oh, they got another chicken for us to fry. Gotta give them credit for trying. We'll sacrifice the apple, because we can. We'll even pay to make a token copy of it. This is just a setup for our next turn when we can play out the helm and make a copy of our token apple. Then we'll play out a banner. We should troll them and name Angel, but let's not give away our plan. We temporarily control their chicken, but we can't use the journal at instant speed. Had we gotten the altar down, we could have used it to sacrifice their tasty bird, but we've been busy with shenanigans. It's fine as we have the helm to copy the apple next time around. That's another chicken we'll need to fry up. Someone start prepping the fryer. Oh wow, that's a play. Bro took out his own men. Thanks? Those chickens fry themselves. Their token is not just 2 damage, it's also another card in hand for us. Let's swipe it. Had we another mana, we could have played out the altar, then sacrificed the token to make a 3/3 golem token. Getting a draw will be fine, though. They make a herd of cows. This time around, they get the full 5. Are we supposed to be worried? The time has come to season it up in here. What kind of seasoning do you like on your steak? I have to admit, sometimes a little bit of salt is all I do. You know, Shuffler, we don't really need a synthesizer when playing a synthesizer deck. We got this, bro. If they think we're out of tricks, they're thinking wrong yet again. Let's wait until they swing in, and now we pull the rug. Let's take a sneak peek at how many cards they have left. That's 12. We'll help them out and hit them with our Sharkland on our turn. Let's take another bite out of that library. Forget the life total, they've got less cards in their pile. We'll land another banner. We should name Cow. That way we can beat them with a 4/4 token when we swipe one of their men. Another Atraxa? Bro has tricks. Go ahead and grab like 5 cards, bro. Another baby Jace? Are they allergic to paying the full price? Somewhere there are a stadium full of mill players shedding tears?
Flesh will always lose.
And they burn out Jace for that sweet, sweet mill of 9. Well done, bro.
Nothing could be more vulnerable than your memory.
They actually swing in. That's cool, bro. Tell me more. Because we named Phyrexian, we get an 8/8 Atraxa. Smooth move, bro. That was fun. Let's do it again. This deck does love to put the FU in fun. We'll even activate our Sharkland for that sweet, sweet mill. And let's load up Atraxa if we can. For the life gain. And the lols. All we need is 1 point of power more, and that will take care of Domain. Thanks for coming, champ. GG's. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.